Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today is Friday and this is $15 day at my local Amazon bin store. My name is Jennifer and I am a full-time reseller. I go to these Amazon bins. It is a fairly new, I want to say open maybe a month here in Tucson, and I am in love. This is my third time. First time I went on dollar day. Second time I went on $3 day. And today I jumped all the way up to $15 day. My friend and I got there early. So I think we were like fourth or fifth in line. But really, it doesn't even matter because the minute that door opens, it's Charge Central. Everyone is barging in and people were coming from the opposite direction. Oh man, that was pissing people off because this line is wrapped around the store and someone's trying to sneak in the other way. Oh, no, they didn't. So people were trying to stop them, but the minute you make it through that doorway, they're running. And I get in that doorway and I'm overwhelmed. So I had all these ideas of everything I wanted to grab, and that went all out the window. So I had to regroup and just say, go for it, Jennifer. Just see what you find, because the pressure and the stress of finding something that you want, it's like, my vision blurs. I can't find those items. And when I had a couple things already scoped through the window, I got passed by people behind me. I was not fast enough. I was not prepared to run fast enough. I didn't know I was practicing for an Olympic event, but I still found really good stuff. I'm saying but too many times. The focus that I am really noticing that is irking me, and I'm sure other people too, is the amount of theft going on right now with Amazon returns. And this company, as with I'm sure a lot of these bin companies, they're just buying pallets and pallets of truckloads and truckloads of Amazon returns. So to take it through the cycle, you buy something on Amazon. When you go to return it, it doesn't go back on Amazon shelves. It ends up at like a liquidation type center. When you go to UPS, when you walk in, shelves are covered, everything's getting bagged and just throwing into boxes. So that's how they handle returns. There's not a department that's going through saying, oh, this is the wrong thing, charge this customer. They don't care. They're a bazillion-dollar company. They're not checking their inventory. But on some things, they really need to, because this has to stop. I feel bad for Amazon. I mean, I know they're a bazillion-dollar company, but they can't continue to run like this. This is just, the amount of fraud is disgusting. It is. It makes me lose hope in humanity. It's just awful. Absolutely awful. And when I return something to Amazon and there's something wrong with it, I let them know, like, this doesn't work. So, I mean, yeah, it could be that's some of the situations, but more often than not, it's not that the item didn't work. It's that they're swapping it out. It is flat out stealing. 100%. And the first example goes to this driver. There was also a couple other items that were swapped. And hold the thought on this. One was a Littman stethoscope that came out on a fresh bin, and someone picked it up and set it back down. They didn't know what it was. I have a lot of medical friends. Littman is the top of the line stethoscopes money can buy. And if you can find one, I've actually found two at Goodwill bins before. They're $100 plus stethoscopes. So I grab it, I get excited, I'm gathering all my stuff, I open the box, it's Chinese plastic. It was swapped out. What else was swapped? There were so many things. I opened a candle. It was a Yankee candle, new in box. I go over to the counter because they have a rule that you don't open anything out on the floor. You take it over to the counter, they can open it, they can test it, they can do all of that. So I gathered a few things, take it over to the counter, and opened up this candle. It was completely swapped. The box said that it was the wood wick, like real life flicker candle. It wasn't. It was some cheapy $5 candle from Walmart. Just so many things. I can't even count how many things got swapped. But the one that really hurt is this driver. So a new bin coming out. Everyone is surrounding it. It is pure chaos the minute they pull that sheet off. And the first thing I spy is a head cover. That's all I see. I'm digging, I'm pulling them. I'm going for what I can in my perimeter because it is jam-packed, elbow to elbow, all around these bins. So I see this, I start pulling, I realize that it's a golf club. I get excited. It is sealed. At this point, this bag is sealed. The bottom is retaped. Like, this is how it was returned to Amazon. You look at the plastic, it says Callaway. You look at the little tag. It says Callaway Paradigm. That is what this says, Paradigm. So I look it up. This is a $500 driver. All day long on Amazon, pre-owned $500 driver. So, of course, I grab it. Yes, I go over to the counter. I'm like, all right, I got to open this to see what's under this cover because I'm looking at the shaft. It's a graphite shaft, so it's a good quality. Sorry, my nose is itchy. But it says something here that's not Paradigm. I can't read it. It's in some weird font. But I go over to the counter. Womp womp. It's a swap. This is a used. It's very well used. I mean, good condition, yes, but it's used, and it's not a Paradigm. It's a Callaway, yes, great big Bertha. Still about $100 driver. I got to look up the exact. There's a lot of fun little adjustments that you can make to it. So it's a high-end driver. Don't get me wrong, but it's not a Paradigm. So somebody purchased a Paradigm, returned it, and got their refund and returned this $100 driver and got a free upgrade. So it's sick. It's disgusting, but $15 day, you get what you get, and I still bought it for $15. This alone is probably a $25, $30 head cover because it's brand new. So there's none listed. All the covers are with the driver, so I'm going to upprice it. I might even go $30 on it because it is such a high-end driver, and if you want the cover for it, you're going to pay up. Okay, so we'll set that aside, and let's dig into everything else we got here on $15 day. All right, then new bin. This was in somebody else's hand, and they were going to put it back, and I said, no, I'll take it. Cars play set. This is going to be a Christmas gift from my little one. It is open, so again, it was wrapped in plastic. I took it to the counter, we opened it. I dug through the pieces, but there's a lot of pieces in there. The instructions are there, which is helpful, but he's going to be happy even just to have the little cars on it. So whatever tracks we get is a perk. Okay. Butt pillows. Crazy thing, the more you think about something, it's going to show up in your universe. I have literally been looking up butt pillows for the last week. And I was looking at some high-end ones. These can go for like $50 to $80 are the ones I was looking at. They're the memory foam with little cutouts for your spine. I wanted one for my desk chair. And I also wanted one to take with when I go to my daughter's dance classes because those chairs are hard as a rock. And if I am going to be camping out there 3 days a week, an hour a day, I want a comfortable cushion. So I'm going to be that old lady that brings my own butt pillow to the dance class. So I not only found one, there's a second one down here. Okay, then new bin. What I love is finding stuff after the rush. Okay, so you picture this entire mob scene going through the bins, squashing, swooshing, pushing. There was almost a fight today when someone got elbowed in the face. It is dog eat dog out there. But after that clears, there is gold left behind, friends. This is a site for a compound bow. New in package, I'm always going to look it up. Rule number 1, I don't care if I know what it is. If it's new in its package, I'm going to look it up. I recognize what it was, and I know this sport is not cheap. So I put this in, Hogspot, Eddie East, a $250 site. This is probably the best thing I found, maybe second to best thing on everything. I think I purchased 17 items. I didn't give you a breakdown yet. So 17 items, $15 a piece. So it's $250 plus tax. Little bit of a sticker shock at first, but when this one item is going to pay for the whole thing, I'm thrilled. So that goes to a major, major find today. Someone found a Dyson hair dryer. It was in one of the new bins where you're just lucky to be parked in front of it, but I was not. And instead, I found this one. This is just the Chinese knockoff hair dryer, but it's still pretty cool. I looked it up on Amazon. It's still a $40 hair dryer, and I've wanted one. I was looking at the Shark, but I didn't want to spend $150. But these hair dryers just do better. I just like them, and they're smaller, and they're fun looking, and it's purple. So $15, I'm happy. All right, then we get to some Christmas gifts. So I really wanted to have that as something in my back pocket when I'm doing these bin stores to start thinking ahead. So this is either birthday or Christmas. I'm going to set it up, get rid of the box so he doesn't know any different. I mean, he's 3. He's not going to judge. He's just going to be happy. But Christmas is on the mind. So oils. Whew, they are smelly oils. These are all new in package. You got a layer here. You open it up. You've got another layer down here. This is going to make someone in my family very happy. So hopefully they don't watch this video because one of them is getting that for Christmas. What else did we get? This was an impulse buy. It was a 3D wind spinner. I'm a sucker for garden decor. So hubby will be thrilled when he gets to build this, but it's just a wind spinner. And yeah, it's a return, so I'm hoping it works because you've got somebody's hefty bag in there. But it looks like it has all of its pieces. They must have just changed their mind. Or maybe it was too small or so that's good. The only thing that I was able to grab that was on the pictures. So this is something that I already had a little photo memory of this target practice, laser target practice. I went ahead and this was one of the first bins that I started going through. I was, like I said, when I first walked in, I just drew a blank. I couldn't even go in any direction. I didn't know what I was doing. I had all these plans, and then the doors open, and I got blank. So I'm like, okay, let's just go through the bins and see what we find. So I just head back, and luckily in one of the bins, this was sitting right on top. Again, a lot of people do not know this, so they wouldn't have even thought to grab it. So this target practice, again, another $250 item. So between the target practice of $250, the sight for $250, and my golf club for $100, we're already at $600. So I'd call that a good sourcing day. And I'm not done. This guy is a blower or a sucker. He's a duster or an air blower. But I liked how small it was. Normally I just do the compressed air when I need to dust something. But I've got like 5 cans of compressed air on my desk. Those take up a lot of space. So this little guy looks kind of like a little Dyson blow dryer, but it's got all the little attachments, and I think it'll make my cleaning and prepping for eBay that much better. So I was excited for that. $15. I looked it up on eBay or on Amazon, and I think it was like a $25 or $30 air duster. So I was happy with that. All right, let's keep digging. A Pokemon case. Anytime I can find Pokemon, I'm going to grab it. So this is a brand new case for your cards. Got all of them in there. Haven't decided if this is going to be a Christmas gift or a resell. I think it's $35 on Amazon, so it wouldn't be a big flip. So I might end up keeping it and giving it to someone as a Christmas gift. Okay, then this was okay, I lied. There was 2 things that were in the pictures that I was able to grab. This one, this RGB, IC, LED, GoV, that's a lot of E's, background lighting. It is still in there, still sealed. Always got to look. And I forget the comps on it right now. We'll put them up on the screen, but I want to say it was around $100. So that was definitely worth grabbing. I'm mixing up my piles here. All right, this one goes to another Christmas gift. Hopefully she doesn't watch this video. My niece loves these gel polish sets. This definitely looks new. I didn't open it, but the packaging, the sides, doesn't look like it was open. So grab that as a Christmas gift. Here's that other butt pillow. Look how comfortable that looks. I'm really hoping it's not used, but I have nothing to say about it. It's a butt pillow, and I am super excited. And there's more, folks. All right. Speaking of switcheroos, ink is the number one, I think, that I've noticed at the switcheroos. This was in the pictures, but it was open. So someone actually put it back. Thank you to that person who put it back. There was a blue one, and then there was this black one. Same one, the 414A. This one I opened up, and while it was open, the blue one didn't have this plastic around it. It was still, oh my goodness, allergies. It was open, and then it definitely looked swapped. Like it looked like it was a used cartridge. This is open, but it looks spotless. Like I would think if it was used, it'd have some black around it. And then flip it over, make sure they didn't swap it for a different brand, and it's the HP 414A. So correct me if I'm wrong. Like these should look used if it's used. Like the drum is perfectly clean. There's no ink anywhere on it, and I don't think they can be spotless after being used. So I mean, I guess if it comes back and they said that it was used, that's just what it is. So I took a risk at $15, and it's going to go up for about $80. We're getting to the bottom here. Is that what's bugging you? Oh, me. Okay, Dusty, dusty. All right. This one, I could not believe I found. And not only did I find one, but I found 2 packs of brand new Pokemon cards. Shout out to a fellow watcher out there. I forgot your name already. I'm so sorry. I want to say it was Mary, but I could be totally wrong. I ran into multiple viewers, and I want to say thank you so much for saying hi to me. It's totally weird getting recognized out in public, but when you do, it just melts my heart. So thank you for saying hi, and I hope your son enjoys those Pokemon cards, because I showed her I found one, and then he started digging, and he found one. I'm like, okay, there's multiple. So then I started digging, and I found a second one. So I also found some other... just other anime cards. I don't know what they were, but looked them up, and they weren't so much valuable as it'd be great for a kid if they're collecting them. So these, oh my goodness, I am so sorry about the nose. These are all sealed. So I did peek in, and they both have 10 packs each, all sealed Pokemon cards. These are called Star something. I don't know enough about Pokemon, but they looked like they were worth it. I did a quick comp, and I was getting, what was I getting? It was like $70 or so a box, because they were going about $10 a pack, or if you put them together, they're 10 packs each. As you know, when you're in a store doing comps, it's different than when you do comps and you get home on your Wi-Fi. Why that is, I have no idea. All right, then... This one, actually, I picked up for my friend that I went with. She was eyeing a scale. And they had one that was like the big medical scale. Someone already grabbed it. But this one came out or was in a different bin. And I tested it. It works. I mean, it still had batteries in it. So tested it. It works. And she's going to be super happy to have a new scale. All right. Well, that was everything. And like I said, I think that was 17 items for $280 after tax. But it's a mix of stuff that I would have bought anyway, and multiple things that are going to pay for this trip. So I spent 3 hours. I was there for just over 3 hours. I left completely starving. I had to stop at Subway and get some lunch because I was getting hangry, but it was worth it. So I would do it again for sure. I think I'm going to hit next week at least 2 or 3 days and kind of make this like my little full-time job. I think the value you can find sourcing here versus going to Savers, there's no contest. I can spend 3 hours at Savers and maybe come home with 3 things, where I can spend 3 hours at these bins and I'm coming home with a dozen things. So I could see this being a regular, and I'm loving it right now while they're still new and not too many people know about it. But as the word spreads and they get busier and busier, it's going to get harder and harder. But I think that wraps it up. So if you like this video, you like reselling videos, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope everyone has a wonderful Labor Day weekend, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.